Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
They don't come much harder, Peter, than Giuseppe Bergomi, and I can tell you that from personal experience.
Traditional Italian.
Even his handshake is hard, but a level setter when it comes to discipline and organisation, not to mention his leadership qualities.
Don't argue with him. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Guti. Gullit. There's the shot! It's a loose ball. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Olise. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Zico. Zico. Terrific header. It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Quality ball. Now he's off and running, and he was quick to react. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And he cuts out the supply. Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Scholes. Guti.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good ball over the top. Oh, that's fabulous. And he whips it in. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That has been slung wide. Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Van Dijk. And it's Guti. Yaya Toure. Mbappe. And he plays one through. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Nice interception, well timed. Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for the run. No, that's been intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Scholes. Now Mbappe. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. That's a decent clearance. Chance! And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Iniesta wins the duel this time. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now, can they get him away? He's being urged. Ibrahimovic!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Opts for safety. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And here's the chance to counter. He has found the way through. Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Guti is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Roberto Carlos. Very nicely done. And it's Scholes. Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here? And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. Olise, and he's been shifted off it. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Mbappe! Roberto Carlos gets into some space. Oh, what a climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Van Dijk. Passing nice and neat, and it's Iniesta. That is lovely. And this is Hullet. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tries a shot! Van Basten! What a goal! What a player! About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic...
Goes for a shot! Cleared without complication. Guti. Well-timed, excellent interception. And he's managed to get rid. Zico. Oh, this is a terrific run. Pass somewhat off target. Van Basten.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Guti. And it's Yaya Toure. Mbappe is onto this. That's good play. Roberto Carlos. Deep cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Driving forward. Tries to pass it through. Nicely worked. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 4.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Barcelona take the lead.
Serán sustituidos por
Iniesta conjures time and space where few can.
El dorsal
And
11.
Gullit! Ruud Gullit! Beyond special! What a player! A finish right from the top draw! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Any thoughts on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Barcelona take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been a
Decent chance! It's anyone's ball now. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. That'll be a throw-in.